Hello and welcome to Flower Bandit's Eco News. I'm your host, the Flower Bandit. Today is Tuesday, May 17th, 2022, and let's find out what's been happening around the world regarding the world this week. First up this week, we have some news about the Estuarine Pipefish on the coast of East Africa. Recent studies are uncovering how the health of its estuarine habitats rests on a dynamic balance between the freshwater inflows that support the food chain and salinity levels that promote growth of the eelgrass habitat for pipefish and other species. The critically endangered estuarine pipefish is known to inhabit only 2 estuaries on the eastern coast of South Africa. Saving the near-extinct estuarine pipefish means protecting estuary health. Genetic analysis of the remaining populations has found low genetic diversity, highlighting another risk to its conservation. Alan Whitfield, Emeritus Chief Scientist at the South African Institute for Aquatic Biodiversity, says that the pipefish are a canary in a coal mine. Quote, "It's an indicator species of when something is going wrong within the estuary. It gives us a warning signal that we are changing the system in a way that is perhaps unsustainable for other important species." Conservationists are working on a plan to protect the species, the estuary, and all of the biodiversity that lives within it. The plan includes not only protecting the habitat and resolving the freshwater issues, but also creating a captive bred population as a backup in case the species becomes extinct in the wild. Next up is MOW May. Once the weather starts warming up, which it is, the gardeners are starting to pull out their tools, lawnmowers included. And in the interest of biological conservation, the charity Plant Life suggested MOW May. Now you may be asking, what does mowing have to do with this? And let's take a look at the facts. According to a report in the journal Biological Conservation, 97% of British wildflower meadows have disappeared since the 1930s. The U.S. National Agricultural Statistics show honeybee decline from about 6 million hives in 1947 to just 2.4 million hives in 2008. That's a 60% reduction. The reasons behind these losses are use of insecticide, habitat loss, and overall reduction in biodiversity. Plant Life believes that people's gardens can play a vital role in reversing this trend. Following the launch of MOW May in 2019, figures show that if you mow less, the pollen count on your lawn can skyrocket. There are a few ways you can participate in MOW May. You can register for Every Flower Counts at plantlife.org.uk. Second thing you could do is don't mow your lawn from May 23rd to the 31st and July 11th to 19th. At the end of each of these periods, toss a tennis ball onto a patch of your lawn, measure and mark out a square meter, and count and identify the flowers in that square and upload your findings. Although we have lost much of our native meadows, we can start with bringing them back in our own gardens. The results are in. More than 90% of the Great Barrier Reef was impacted by coral bleaching in the 2021 to 2022 Australian summer. This is the conclusion of the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park Authority, which released the results Tuesday of aerial surveys taken of 719 reefs between Torres Strait and the Capricorn Bunker Group. They stated, quote, "The surveys confirm a mass bleaching event with coral bleaching observed at multiple reefs and in all regions. This is the 4th mass bleaching event since 2016 and the 6th to occur since 1998. The surveys revealed that 654 reefs, or 91% of those surveyed, had experienced some bleaching. Coral bleaching occurs when warmer than normal ocean temperatures turn the chemicals that coral-dwelling algae produce into poisons, prompting the coral to expel the algae. Because the algae provides the coral with both nutrients and color, the coral then turns white. The bleaching is especially notable this year because it is the first time it has happened under La Niña conditions, which usually causes cooler temperatures in the Pacific Ocean. Climate Council researcher Simon Bradshaw calls it heartbreaking and deeply troubling. Although the waters around the Great Barrier Reef normally heat up in the summer months, this year's ocean temperatures exceeded historical maximums that typically don't occur until later in the summer, Between December and April, the area experienced 3 distinct marine heat waves. The coral bleaching does not necessarily mean that the corals will die. They're still alive, they're just at a very high stress level. As the water temps cool, the coral might regain its color and survive this stress event. However, the reef is still in danger and has already lost more than half of its corals in the past 25 years because of human-induced global warming. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change has warned that allowing temperatures to rise 2 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial levels will kill 99% of all tropical reefs, while limiting warming to 1.5 degrees could save 30 to 10% of them. So those are all the topics that I have for you this week. If you heard anything about these topics or heard any other news stories going on with the environment this week, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear about them and get a conversation going about things that are going on in our environment. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I come out with new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and sometimes Saturdays. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye!